Welcome to the session. And this session is around the high heart. And the terminology is always a little tricky here because we're into now the ninth chakra, and it's the thymus chakra, which is literally higher than our personal heart chakra. And it's the thymus center. It sits nestled right into the top of your lungs. And if you thump it, you can actually feel the whole body waking up. This is the thymus center, is where, as a system, particularly as little kids, we this is where the T cells come from. So this is, the T cells come out of the bones, they go into the thymus, and then the thymus basically puts them through schooling. It teaches them what to look for. And so energetically, the difference then between our personal heart and our high heart. Our personal heart sings the song of our personal love and our relationships. Our high heart sings the song of loving protection. So there's a weaving back into it. And in between, the universal heart, which sits above, forward, energetically forward of the personal heart, the fourth chakra and the eighth chakra, feminine, work together. The ninth chakra sits above and is closer then to our fifth chakra, which is truth. So there's a greater resonance in here towards self-expression, telling, expressing. The thymus, here with our turquoise, is speaking to the place where our love has the power to move things. And what it moves in particular is water. So we're working here with the angel Phuel, and he is in the Essenic tradition and an elemental angel. He is the ruler of Neptune, and he speaks to the power of the moon to move the tides. So this is different. Gabrielle, do you remember? Gabrielle was about the phases of the moon. We wax and we wane and we flow. Now we look at the effect of the moon. We're not looking into the sky anymore. We're looking at the water. And we're noticing the tide has gone in, the tide has come out. We're noticing when there's a really big full moon, the tide really comes in. We notice how the water is impacted by something. And in us, that something is this heart region, this beautiful electromagnetic vortexing energetic expression of who we are. And the other aspect of thymus, when we go to the ancient Greek, thymos is seat of the soul, is life force. So it has, at an energetic level, a recognition that this is a center that actually seats back in us. The universal heart saw us return out into the cosmos. And here at the ninth chakra, there's a completion of that first cycle, 1 to 7, then through to 9. We complete here at the thymus center, at the high heart. And we now need to turn it inward. So it's all well and good to say, well, the moon moves the tides, and we can observe that. But to make value from it, to use it in our own expansion and growth, we need to consider, so here I am sitting here in my hopefully 70% wateriness, I hope. If I age too much, maybe it's less than 70%, but I hope I have 70%. If I'm a little person, maybe I'm as much as 80 or 90%. But I hope to be sitting here in 70%. And my love has power over the water. And we again, theoretically, we get this right. But I would like to speak for a moment about a time, this is back, I think about 2005, 2006. And I was lucky enough to go to a presentation by Dr. Emoto from Japan. And he came to New Zealand. And he spoke with a translator, and he had the whole of the Wellington Town Hall full of people trying to understand his words, and he held us captivated with the images of water he presented. And it was so absolutely clear that every time you say, I hate you, the water lost structure. It became discordant. It lost its symmetry. It lost its integrity. Whereas when he recorded I love you, or even wrote I love you near the water had this beautiful symmetry. Thank you has a beautiful symmetry. Any language, doesn't matter which language, the shapes might be slightly different, but the intention behind the language, I love you. And there it was, and he had just image after image. These most beautiful reverence was the most beautiful image. That deep outward expression of love, that our cosmic love, our love for all things. And I came away from that presentation and I knew inside myself that any time I spoke or thought, I was having power over my own water. And I could make a choice. I could choose then to make the water inside myself crystalline, coherent, symmetrical, beautiful. Or if I chose poorly, I was choosing for the water inside me to be discordant, unorganized, and frankly unattractive. So how can we expect, as a body formed of all this beautiful water, to be fully expressed in our expanded spiritual self without the ability to consciously choose over and over and over again to choose to say, I love you. To say, I love you with every beat of our own heart. Remembering that the heart is this powerful electromagnetic vortex that draws life through us, draws the slightly denser water of the blood through us. So here we sit in our wateriness, and we remember we have power over water. And the other learning that has come from a more recent science even is an understanding of a fourth phase of water. And that fourth phase is understanding that water has an inbuilt charge in living water. And that charge means, again, that when we look after our water, our self and our hydration, the water in us is actually a battery. So when we think our energy comes from the ATP of our cells, there is absolutely a truth in that. But his observation, I think his name's Dr. Pollock, and I could be not 100% right on that. Fourth phase of water, if you're interested, if you look it up, you'll find him. The observation is that we have more energy even than that ATP that we think is our soul source. We have this energetic ability to express energy through water. And so when you're living from a place where you suddenly feel charged up and you feel more full of life, from that place, your water has become ordered, not only from the point of view that Dr. Emoto would express that, the fact that it would be in beautiful shapes, but now we're expressing this idea of easy water or bulk water, where the easy water that lines all of the vessels has a charge and moves things through them. So this is how the blood moves. It moves because of the charge that lines the cells. It lines the lining of the vessels. And when you contemplate that, the power of this movement, it's worth doing well, right? That's where the power is. Where is it? It's here in the high heart. And so to just start opening that up, I wanted to come back to working with both the personal heart, the universal heart, and the high heart as a total package. And we'll do that by working with just a really simple box breath, which is an inhale, then a hold. I'm trying to make my box. Inhale, hold, exhale, hold. And so you end up with a square. very symmetrical. And then once we've got the structure going, we'll actually work with the whole Ho'oponopono prayer, which again draws us into the sense of the water of love. It's a Hawaiian spiritual practice, and it helps when we use it in the way we'll use it to connect us back to the love of all things. So let's start just by finding the breath. Sit and get really connected with your spine. Sit tall. We want to really be clear about where our heart chakra is. That space that we're now including with the thymus, with the high heart. We want to feel the breath all the way down to our sits bones, all the way up to the crown of the head. So again, feel that wonderful invisible cord, thread, light thread that we discovered with Melchizedek. That ability to be held from above and just release everything from that central point. And into this then begin a breath that is a 4 count. And we feel like an in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. Keep that beautiful square breath going now. So feel your own inhale and hold, exhale and hold. And while you're doing this, just take a moment to pull in the sense of your own heartbeat. You might do this by feeling a pulse in your neck. You might do it by feeling your own pulse. Or you might do it by feeling the beat of the heart inside your chest. So just choose the best way for you to comfortably feel the counting of your own breath, the inhale, the hold, the exhale, and the hold as it relates to the heart. And then let the heartbeats become the count. So while you might have dictated to start with the timing, you'll now notice that if you use your heartbeats as the count, that the inhale is slightly quicker, the heart speeds up a little, the hold can feel slightly fuller, the exhale feels slower, and the final hold, if you do it for long enough, can really feel, the heart can feel quite loud. So just keep again, now that that box breath has just moved a little bit in its shape, to acknowledge the presence of the heart rhythm. And keep the breath flowing. And then as you do it, on the inhale, just say to yourself, I love you. And on the hold, I'm sorry. On the exhale, please forgive me. And on the final hold, thank you. And as you keep that rhythm, I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. Such a simple and yet profound sequence of prayer. On the inhale, the I love you, recognizing the love that you have for yourself and all things, yourself as a part of the all that is, and a part where you recognize that all that is in you. I love you bigger than just This moment, I love you, has that eternal structure to it woven through your universal heart. I'm sorry on the hold. I'm sorry that I lost faith. I'm sorry that I didn't understand the bigger plan, the wider perspective. I'm sorry that I doubted your love for me. I'm sorry I doubted my love for myself. I'm sorry that I just couldn't hold it together. Please forgive me on the exhale. As you release, please forgive me. That widest possible sense of asking for anything that has gone awry in some way to be forgiven. Anything that has been out of alignment, out of order, out of truth, out of well-being, out of understanding, out of faith, in doubt, in fear, any of those aspects, please forgive me for not understanding. Please forgive me for at any moment in my life that I have done something that has caused pain to someone else. Please forgive me for any moment in my life where I have done something that has caused pain to myself. Please forgive me for any of these things that I hold in my water, for any memories that I hold that are outside the perfection of your now that you give me eternally, unfolding, expanding forever. Please forgive any part of me that is holding memories that are outside of the perfection that is now. And finally, on that final exhale, on the final hold, thank you. And this thank you completes the cycle. The thank you is an acknowledgement of the other three phases. The thank you is the seal that allows all of the work to be complete. The releasing of anything that is not the perfection of this moment. The thank you is the resonant statement to our water for the beingness of life, for the beauty of this life, for the beauty of all life, the gratitude for every aspect of this divine gift, for the gratitude for being here, for being who we are, for all of the life experiences that have led us here, for the soul journey that takes us through, before and beyond. Thank you for every part of it. Inhaling, exhaling, and so it is. And just sit for a moment with your eyes closed and just feel that resonant feeling in your heart center now. With every part of your loving intention, ask for any memory that is held in your water to be released, so that your water can reflect all aspects of love, faith, gratitude, wisdom, kindness, compassion. Let all other memories in the water be released. Let all other structures in the water be released so that the water returns to its pure, natural, ordered, symmetrical, coherent state. Inhaling, exhaling again. And just check in with yourself for a moment. Just check in with how you feel. Your sense of self, your sense of well-being. And just again imagine that if we could from moment to moment just come back to that, the simplicity of I love you, just that, And just allow then the wisdom that comes to us when we are coherent to shift our soul experience. And we're going to keep breathing now, and we're going to flow our way now into our time with Phuel himself. And Phuel, who is Lord of Neptune, so he speaks from the wisdom of the deep, the turquoise, the aquamarine, those beautiful sea green, sea blue rays. Just want you in your own self with your eyes closed, looking in and up now, and just imagining in your mind's eye a brilliant sea green, aquamarine, turquoise blue, those beautiful lifted colors between the greens and the blues, the lightness and brightness that is here. And center yourself. One way I find to find this color is to imagine a beautiful tropical sea against the very white sands. When the water is reflected with the sun shining down on it, so there's a glistening surface here, very much in the shallows at the moment. I'm just going to find a breath here as we just absorb the light and the colorway of this. I'm going to again work with a 4, 7, 8 breath. So an inhale for 4, a hold for 7, and an exhale for 8, and I'll count us through it. So we have inhaling 2, 3, 4, holding 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, exhaling 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In 2, 3, 4, hold 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And just keep that breath flowing. We're also looking as we do it to feel the inhale as a movement in our nostrils coming in. With the hold, as you hold, if you can again, place your hand somewhere that feels the heartbeat. And then as you exhale, let your jaw release. The tongue gets tucked in behind the bottom teeth. And just feel that breath sighing out with a water breath where you're looking to make that ocean sound. Slight constriction at the back of the throat. The sound that you might hear in a seashell. So just concentrate on stabilizing your breath pattern for a minute. That inhale, the exhale, the hold, and the exhale. And then with the inhale, use the tongue, pressing it firmly into the roof of the mouth, not touching the front teeth behind that. Lifting it with the tongue, and at the same time the eyes roll in and up. If you can, hold the eyes in and up with the hold. And then as you breathe out, the jaw releases, the tongue comes down, and let your eyes release. And just keep flowing with the breath as we just listen for the movement of Phuel as he joins us. His presence is a gentle blanket of warmth around your whole body, as if you were settling into a warm pool. So there is a structure and a substance to his presence. That sense of being from air to water. We know how it feels as we settle into a warm pool or a warm bath. And his presence there carries a power with it. And as we follow our breath flow, just imagine now that you are floating on this warm pool, just gently allowing the water to be all around you. And then in his loving presence, just gently allow your body to settle beneath the water, understanding that you're safe in his presence. He holds for you the water of life and the breath of life. And as you sink gently beneath the surface of the water, notice how you are held now in all aspects. The structure of the water holding you, calling to the water inside your body, understanding that all the water is all the same water. And there is this beautiful sense of being part of something much, much bigger than yourself as you move gently under the water, flowing with each movement of the waves. You settle deeper now, understanding that you are in an oceanic environment. And this is where the dolphins and the whales sing their ancient songs of wisdom. So as you are here in the presence of Phuel, who holds you safe, you have the capacity now to listen to their wisdom. So with the flowing of your breath, the movement of your heart, listen now. Listen to the wisdom that calls in water. All parts of you just with the flow that is here. Just as a seaweed would move in the water, your body also moves a beautiful ebb and flow way as the water moves it. As the breath moves the body, as the heart moves the blood. In the presence of Phuel, just listen. And understanding here in all things how it is your loving energy that allows you to be here in this moment, expanded and expanding. Notice now how there is no difference between your body and the water you are in. You have become one with the water, the beautiful colored water, the aquamarines that allow you now to be in and around all aspects of water. And you can notice how the water touches the seaweeds, the rocks, the corals, the fish, the dolphins and the whales. How you are with the water and the water is with you. Notice how the whole of your body, not body, is structured. How you feel clear edges as you observe the seaweed and the rocks. How there is sensitivity in the water for all living things. How the water is a living thing and you are a living thing as you are with the water. And observe how the water moves, changes its shape as a single entity, as you are part of that single entity. All aspects of you now dissolved within the loving embrace of the waters of life. You are both within and without yourself. You are part of this loving whole, and you can see the plan, the structure for all that is as you seal yourself here at the high heart. And as you are here, make a solemn vow to yourself that you will honor the waters of life, you will honor Phuel, the wisdom of the dolphins and the whales, the living, breathing water of your own life by speaking in kindness to yourself, by being in loving agreement with yourself, by honoring harmony in yourself, and releasing over and over again anything that feels that it no longer serves. This is the work of Phuel, who keeps returning you to the well-being that is inherent in the waters of life, that you hold within your own loving intention. Inhaling, exhaling, just now find yourself back seated where you are, within your own body, soul, psyche. And just hold for a moment, hands in prayer towards the heart, holding your own sense of gratitude towards Phuel for this journey you have undertaken, this experience you have had, your own divine connection with him. Breathing in and out. Just take your hands, warm hands if they're not, and just let your eyes be behind your hands for a moment. Just warming your eyes up so you can return to your own space and time in your own way. And so it is.